That's it. In this video, we are going to understand about the most important algorithm which has been asked in university examinations for at least 4 to 5 marks. That is your Prim's and Kruskal's algorithm. Both of these algorithms are linked to a concept known as trees. Now, what are trees? Actually, you can see this concept of trees on YouTube. There will be many videos available, but it's basic concept. You have a root node. After the root node, you have its sub nodes, and after that sub node, you have many of the sub nodes. And now, what is a spanning tree? Spanning tree is the tree having minimum number of nodes. Okay, minimum weight. Minimum weight is known as the spanning tree. So this Kruskal and Prim's algorithm is used to find minimum spanning tree. Okay, minimum spanning tree. So what's our basic motto behind learning this algorithm is to find the minimum spanning tree. Okay, so how do we do this? In this video, or this is the first video of the Kruskal and Prim's algorithm. In this video, we will understand about the Prim's algorithm, and in the next video, that is the second video, we will understand about Kruskal's algorithm. So let's move and learn about Prim's algorithm. So in Prim's algorithm, you need to understand about certain number of steps. Through those steps, you'll be able to solve the problem. The first step is basically to find the minimum spanning tree. Now, how can we find the minimum spanning tree? What is the algorithm of this? Okay, what is the steps of this algorithm? The step is first is take any node. Okay, suppose you have n number of nodes, node 1, node 2, node 3. Take any node. Okay, I have to select any node. Select the shortest distance node. Suppose the distance between this node and this node is 10, and suppose the distance between this node and this node is 12. So what I will do is I will select the shortest distance node. This is the shortest distance node. So I will select this. Suppose this is A, suppose this is B, and suppose this is C. So as for distance between A to B is the shortest, I will select A and I will select B. Okay, so that is basically the second step. First step is take any node. Second step is select the shortest distance node from it. Now third step is basically if multiple nodes are there, use backtracking. Now suppose if I have this node A, I have this node B, and after B I have this node C, and I have this node D. Now after going to B, suppose this distance between A and B is 10. Now B to C and C to D, I have two options. And I have one more option, B to E. So I can go to any of the options. But if I won't get B to C as a good distance, okay, B to C as the minimum distance, I would say. Then what I do is I again come back to B, and after coming back to B, I see that either I would get it from C, minimum distance from C, or either I would get that minimum distance from D. Okay, so basically this you would and backtracking principle you would understand as we solve one example related to it. So let's move towards an example. This is a typical example which is asked in university exams for 4 to 5 marks. Basically, you have to do it with the help of steps. So step one, according to Prim's algorithm, what I said is select any node. Okay, suppose we select node A from here. Okay, then node A is selected. Now from A node, first see how many nodes are there. Okay, how many nodes are connecting? A is connecting two nodes, A to B and A to C. First draw this node, B node and C node. Now see which is the minimum one. Which is the minimum one? Draw that node. A to B, minimum weight is 2. So draw that node. So this first node is being drawn. Now check after B. Now check if B having any minimum node ahead, and also check if A is having any minimum node. Okay, so this is basically the principle of backtracking. You have to also check B if B is having a node, minimum node, and if B is not having a minimum node, you have to go to A and check whether A is having. Okay, so if we see in this case, we are getting that B is connecting to only one node, that is D. See here, B to D. B to D weight is 8, and A to C. A to C weight is 3. So which node we will go? A to C, of course. So this is known as backtracking principle. A to C and the weight is 3. I'm sorry, I written mistakenly it is 8. So it is 3. So this is known as backtracking. You go to one node. If you see whether it has a minimum distance. Okay, you see what is the distance. Now you go back to your root node. After going back to your root node, you see whether it has another branch which has minimum weight. If it has a minimum weight, then draw it. Okay, and neglect this. Similarly, in the next step, you have to repeat everything. Okay, in the next step, again, now you have to check. Now A is being satisfied. Okay, both nodes of A has been marked. Now you have to check from B and C. Check from B. Okay, from checking from B, you will get B to D. That is, the weight is 8. And from C to D, B to D, weight is 8. And from C to D, the weight is 10, which is the minimum one. Simple. B to D. B to D, the weight is 8. So we'll draw D 8. Now, here we should understand one thing. It has your Prim's algorithm has one restriction, that it should not form a closed loop, because if it forms a closed loop, it is not the minimum spanning tree. So you have to understand about one restriction, that in your Prim's algorithm, whatever tree or whatever minimum spanning tree you are being making, it should not form a closed loop. Like in this condition, if I draw this 10, okay, it will form a closed loop and it will totally be, it will not be it will not be considered as a minimum spanning tree. So from distance B to D, it's 8. This 8 has been selected. So now B has also been done, because all the branches executing from B are being connected. Now check D, which is the minimum distance. Is there some minimum distance from D? Okay, D to E has a distance. D has E node, D has F node connectivity. And C, which has connectivity? C has connectivity just 1 to D. Okay, so C has connectivity just 1 to D, that is 10. So C to D distance is actually 10. And check D. So D to E, D can go from D to E. D to E distance is 6. And D can also go from D to F. And D to F distance is how much? 12. So which is the minimum distance? Pick the minimum distance and join the node. Okay, 6. So this is being joined. This is being done right now, because C to D was 10. This was the minimum one. After this, what we have to do? D also has 3. Okay, C has 1, D has 2, C has 1, and E has 1. Okay, so we have to check. E can go from E to F. It's just 1. It contains the weight of 15. This is it. D can go from D to F and D to C. D to F, the distance is 12. And D can also go from D to C, or you can say C can go from C to D. If we connect C to D, it will turn 10. It will have a distance of 10. So which is the minimum distance among these three? 10. So connect C to D. Can we connect C to D? The answer is no. Why? Because I have already told that in Prim's algorithm, we have one restriction, that whenever we need a minimum spanning tree, it should not form a closed loop. If we connect D here, it will be a big blunder and you will get 0 marks. Okay, because you are forming a closed loop here. See, here a closed loop is being formed, and your main aim is not to form a closed loop. So we will not connect this. So which you will connect? This is gone. D to F12. So you connect this D to F12, and now just check the other options. If they are available, connect them, and if they are not, your tree is being made. Okay, so check the other options. Whether E to F can be connected? No. Closed loop will be made. Whether C to D can be connected? No. Closed loop can be made. C to F doesn't have any link. So this is your minimum spanning tree. And spanning tree. Now calculate its weight. Weight is how much? 2 plus 3 plus 8 plus 12 plus 6. How much it will be? This will be your 5, 20. This will be your 6. This will be your 26. 26 plus 5. This will be your 31. So the minimum weight of spanning tree is 31. Okay, so this is the first example of Prim's algorithm. It's basically a very easy algorithm, and it's very useful algorithm when we need to consider the minimum spanning tree. We need to calculate the minimum spanning tree. Understand the steps. There are 4 steps. First is take any node. Second step is select the shortest distance node from it. Third step is multiple nodes are there. Use backtracking, come back and see whether minimum distance is available from other node. If not, go again to the another node and check again the minimum distance. Okay, and find the weight of minimum spanning tree at the end. So we have done with the first example. Let's go to a pretty complex example, that is second example today. In this example, you will understand the importance of backtracking. See, this is a very complex example. So select any node. Now let's select the node P for convenience. If we select the node P, how many options do P have? P from S. Okay, P can go from P to S, P can go from P to Q, P can go from P to R. Okay, so P basically has three options. P can go from P to S, P can go from P to Q, or P can go from P to R. So when we consider which is the minimum one, you can see P to Q is the minimum one. It is having the distance of 2. So we will draw simply P to Q, having a minimum distance of 2. So now also you need to understand that P2Q is gone, but P2S and P2R are still available for us. So we will check from Q as well as from P. P from Q, which node is available at a minimum distance. You can see Q can go from 2 to Q to R and Q to U. So this Q to R distance is 3 and Q to U distance is 5. And also we need to consider this P2S and P2R distances, that is one is 9 and P2R distance is 8. So which is the minimum distance? Q to R. Connect Q to R. Okay, let's connect Q to R. Q to R is connected and this distance is 3. Okay, so now we are in the most complex part of the tree because from here there are many chains which been connected. So we need to see each and every possibility from here. So the Q to R is being connected as 3. Now check each and every possibility from Q. We have 3 nodes P, Q and R. P can be connected to S. P cannot be connected to R because it can create a closed loop, and we have already seen that the property of Prim's algorithm or restriction that it should not form a not form a closed loop. This is the main property of a minimum spanning tree. It should not form a closed loop. So if we draw this, it will form a closed loop. So we have only one option left, which is P, that is P to S. It will contain the distance 9. Now from R where we can go? We can go from R to T. We can go from R to U. Okay. We can also go from R to P. No, R to P is not possible because it will form closed loop. So we can go from R to P, R to U. We can go from R to S also. R to S will take distance 10. R to U will take distance your 4. And R to T will take distance 12. Then we have options with Q. Q can go from Q to U, which has a minimum distance of 5, and Q doesn't have any other option. P, and we have all these options right with us. So which is the minimum one? R to U. Okay, we got the minimum one. Connect the minimum one. R to U. What is the distance? 4. We have got the minimum one. Rough dissolve. Okay, we don't need this. Now this is being done. Now again check. Check from P. Check from P, which is remaining S. Okay, which how much distance do S have? 9. So 9 is pretty high, but let's see. PH to S distance is 9. Check from R. We can go from S. Okay, still we can go to S because R to P are not connected. This can be connected, so R to S can be go. So let's consider R to S 10. We can also go from R to T. R to T distance is 12. We can also go for, we can now R is being done. We cannot go from U to Q because it will form a closed loop. We can go from U to V, distance is 19, and we can also go from U to T, the distance is 12. So which is the minimum one? P to S, 9, the minimum one. So we'll select the minimum one, P to S connected, P to S distance is 9. Rough dissolve because it will create again confusion. So now see again, P does not have an option and your P node is being cleared. Your Q node is also being cleared. Your R node is being cleared. Check one. No, R still has one option, that is R to T. So R node is still not clear. Your U node is also not clear. So let's see more options related to them. So if we connect R to S, which can be connected because it will form a closed loop. So R can be connected to only T, the only one option remaining. And moving forward, U can be connected to V, in which the loop we are following These are the only with just options, and also R can connect it to T, that is 12, and U to B, that is 19. So which is the minimum one? S can be also connected to T. See, this is also an option. This is also an option. So this is 11. So which is the minimum one? S to T. 11 is the minimum one. Let's connect S to T. Okay. So this we have connected 11. So after this, again we have to consider, I think this node S is also completed because we can't draw this, it will form a closed loop. Node R is also this, okay, this is not possible. Node R is also completed, I believe, yes, node R is also completed. So the most complex node is gone now. So as our most complex node is rightly gone now, we can move forward with other nodes. So now we can connect U to V, that is 19. We have all options of U to V, that is 19, and T to W, that is 14. Of course, you can see it's in front of you. T to W is the minimum one, whom we will connect T to W. So as we connect this T to W, weight is 14. Simple. So now moving forward, T is also being done because T also have those options. If we draw this, it will form a closed loop. We can't draw this because it will also form a closed loop. We can't draw this because it will also form a closed loop, and we can't draw this because it will also form a closed loop. So T is no option. Let's check. One option is now from U and one option is now from W. Which is the minimum one? You can see that W to V is the minimum one, and here your most complex spanning tree is being created, and you can see now here all the options are being expired because you can see we can't connect this, we do not have any other connections remaining, so your U node is being expired right now. Okay, your V node is being expired right now because V also can't be connected. Your W node is also being expired right now. So let's calculate the minimum weight of this tree, and this is by far the most complex problem of your Prim's algorithm because you have this central node connecting like a pentagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentagon to 5 nodes. This is the most difficult problem you would get in your university examination. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 9 plus 11 plus 14 plus 15. So if you calculate this is basic calculation. You can go through it. You get this 5. You get this 5. You get this 20. 20 plus. You get this 11. 9 as 20. You get this 14. 4 as 18. So you get this total as 40 plus 18. You get the 58. 58 is the weight of the minimum weight of the spanning tree. And this is your, you can try this problem. This is also a more complex bit of problem for just your exercise. You can try it. This is for your trying. So it's basically just summarizing the video. There are 3 to 4 steps. The first step is Prim's algorithm. First step is take any node. Okay. कोई भी एक node ले लो. Second step is basically what you need to do is find the minimum distance. Okay, find the minimum distance of the node from other nodes. If you get this minimum distance, connect, else check other node, and if you get minimum distance from there, then connect. And basically with the help of this, second step you get over. Third step is when you have more than one node one node connected like this, then you apply the principle of backtracking, which I have explained very well above. See, backtracking, which I have explained, is not even 1% of it, but it is enough for your university exams to fetch you 4 or 5 marks. This question arises on Prim's algorithm. Okay, so that was based on backtracking. And fourth, you need to remember the most important thing is it should not, because we need to find the minimum spanning tree. Minimum spanning tree. So it should not form a closed loop. A closed loop. So So that's all from me. That's all from my side. Bye best of luck for your examinations and tell me how was your examination. Thank you.